Well, what the hell? 3 people, BTK. Whoa, 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 that was fast. Alright, so first things first, come up here, have him selected, Fog of War to the red team. And let's have a quick look at the team makeup. Slap you there. Some Morgana support, right? Yep, Morgana support. Lux mid, Diana jungle. This looks right. Now you're up against a... Oh, it's a Jax jungle. Nautilus top. Leona. There we go. Alright, so first things first. Usually it's a good idea that when the game starts to be ready, have the items you want to buy ready and go where you should go. In general, I'd recommend starting off over here. Because from here you can spot any interesting cheese where they might just head from up here and go into your own jungle and try and steal something. It's very unlikely with the Nautilus and Jax jungle, but still, it doesn't hurt to stand here and be ready. Because, I mean, in all my time, in this past, year, I haven't seen any team sneak into this brush and sneak around the back this way to try and kill you for doing that. So, I'd recommend standing here. And if you're up against a champion like Scion or Graves or something like that that can easily steal, drop a ward here after you back away and head towards the lane. Like right now would be about when you'd want to back away and head to the lane. Sitting here doesn't really give you any benefit, doesn't really help your team. Starting here gives your team much needed and very useful vision. It's not often that the enemy team will cheese, but it's good to have that vision and be prepared for it just in case they do. Second thing, if you are going to start up here, you might as well set the minion wave. So let's pause this real quick. If you're already up here, you might as well set up the minion wave so it'll be pushing against you. You should have, before this minion wave crashed into your minion wave, come up here, gathered them, walk into this brush, and then go back and join your minions. What that will do, it'll gather up the minions, de-aggro them once you hit the brush, and then now that the minions are all clumped together, when they crash into your wave, they'll kill them faster. And that also means if their laner comes late, they're probably gonna miss a CS maybe too. It's small stuff like that that can help you get an early lead. Which an experienced lead means more than anything. If you hit 6 before the enemy laner, it's huge. So that's another thing I would recommend. It's just a very nice little thing to do. Let's see, and you started off Q, which is correct. You missed a CS there, but I mean, and that one too. Yeah, so it looks like one... Oh, wait, never mind. Those are his CS. I'm looking at the wrong minions because they're red. My mistake. You're CSing just fine. I'm not sure if I would have done the Q that you just did there, because in the end, you ended up hitting several minions and him, so you're setting up the wave to push, and you don't want to be pushing. Especially since you're on this side of the jungle, it makes you even more susceptible to ganks than normal. God, this is weird. Why can't I flip the colors? It'd be really nice to be able to see the colors from your perspective instead of the other way around. It's really annoying. I can't. I'm so used to thinking red minions are the ones that you're supposed to be last hitting and killing. You're CSing. See, that was a decent Q. That way you got harass and you didn't do too much damage to the wave. But right now, the way that your wave is sitting is not good. It means that if their jungler were to show up, because right now you have got no view of their jungler, and their jungler is Jax, so his early ganks aren't that strong, but if he were to do one, you'd practically be dead. The good news is that you saw that Nautilus showed up late. Yeah, wow, you're being very aggressive here. I mean, I guess at this point it's not a bad idea to be very aggressive, but see, that trade didn't end up that great, and in the end, you're still in a very bad position. Though you are taking advantage of the fact that you hit 3 before him, which I like. Again, my big issue is that you're right now you're very susceptible to a gank, but good ward. That ward should keep you safe. It'd be really nice to know where their jungler is, but... And you shoved it under their tower, but again, it's better off that they have you shoved under yours than the other way around. Especially since Nautilus has so much he has so much CC in his kit, makes it very easy for a jungler to come and gank him. Plus, it's really hard to kill Nautilus early. Especially since he started corrupting Potion, he's probably got Grasp of the Undying. I can't really see if he has that, but I'm guessing he has Grasp of the Undying. Oh. So bot lane just died. That's not good. Oh, wait, that's their bot lane just died. See, this is throwing me off the color things shit. Let's quickly jump back 15 seconds and see what happened here. So let's look. So Nautilus just hit you with everything. His shield's up. When his shield's up, you don't want to be trading with him. Unless you can just knock down the shield, but that trade wasn't too bad, but you're taking a lot of damage. Yeah, you're okay, but you took a lot of damage there. This is what I hate about Nautilus, is that you don't want to do an extended exchange against him, because he's going to win the trade. You want to poke with your superior range, and only trade once his shield is down. Oh, God. Yeah, that's no good. You're probably dead. Yeah, you don't want to be fighting him. Nautilus early game is so very strong. Oh. Plus, he had a bigger wave coming. You didn't want to be fighting him. You wanted to be going here. Let's look at that again. Just from... so, at this health, against Nautilus with this much mana, you're in extreme danger of death. Even with that potion running. You're too low on health. He can kill you very easily. And that's the thing. Most people don't expect Nautilus's damage. You have to respect Nautilus. I treat Nautilus in a similar way that I treat Renekton. The big difference is that once you have some MR, then you can ignore him because he can't hurt you. Renekton can still fuck you up, even once you do have some items. But you outscale him hard, so you don't want to be dying early like this. And yeah, see, now you just don't want to be this close. Now that you're here, he can catch you and he will kill you. And this is the problem that you had with pushing the wave so far forward early, is that the return wave wasn't ready. You should have just backed away and waited till this wave pushed in and just farmed under the tower, and then you would have been fine. You have to respect Nautilus's early damage. You just have to. And now that you've died against him, all options as far as going for Banner of Command, you should no longer do. You should now be rushing for Spirit Visage, because now you're behind, and he'll be able to bully you and shit on you. Unless you get some serious items fast. So you started off getting Ruby Crystal and Potions. I would have actually recommended going for the MR item first, and maybe getting another potion instead. Just in general, I prefer to get tankiness against the target I'm fighting first, and then generic tankiness like health. Because I find that since Zac, his passive already gives him more health than it seems, it's good. And now, this is also another really shitty situation. Because he shoved it all the way into your tower. It means that no matter what you do now, this is going to shove back. So the question is, what do I do? Do I push this wave even harder? Or do I try and slow push it and just back away once he shows up again? Because now you're also incredibly susceptible to a game. You're now behind him in XP. He will level up before you. You see that? You're half a bar behind him. So he will level up before you. And he has a big minion wave to pick up. By the time this minion wave's gone, he'll be 6. And you're still going to be half a bar away. And once he's 6, it means if Jack shows up, you're dead. He'll throw his ultimate. The ultimate will hit you and you'll die. Something else I wanted to mention on the last fight... Something else I wanted to mention was that you threw Ignite on him when there was no chance for a kill. He still had, I think, 500 health left. And at that point, you only want to use Ignite when you think it will help get you a kill right now. You don't want to use Ignite if they're too high on health. You want to use Ignite as a finishing move. The Ignite did help to drop his shield. I like what you're doing. I like this flaunting your mastery symbol, but since you died, that sort of thing might end up just encouraging him. So good news, he's pushing. So you just want to back away and let him push. You're going to take a bad trade here. Yeah, you just want to disengage. Although I would have actually recommended that you do a point-blank elastic slingshot so that it would generate another blob and you'd still be able to walk away. He'd already used everything. So in that case, I think just doing a point-blank elastic slingshot on like the edge. So like, let's look at that again. Let's look at that again. So like right here, I'd say drop a point blank elastic slingshot right there. And then walk away. There's a chance that the blob created when you do that would be in a position that you could grab it and then heal off from. It's a little tip. I mean, I just don't ever like using Elastic Slingshot just to run, when I can do some damage and maybe get a blob with it as well. And in this case, I feel like it would have worked out because he had already used all of his cooldowns to get you in melee range. So, I feel like that would have been the better option. Again, small details. Also, if you're in the middle of... if you're, like, close to Nautilus where you're guaranteed to get hit by his Riptide... he's leveling up his shield first, which is what he should do. But if you're close enough to get hit by the Riptide no matter what you do, you might as well just stand still and get hit by it. Good dodge. That was a good dodge. Against Nautilus, you always want to position yourself behind allied creeps if you can. And now that you're behind, you really don't want to fight them unless it's under your tower, or if your jungler's here. And now the positioning is great for your jungler to show up and do something, and Diana is 6. In fact, you may want to encourage her to show up. This is one of those times where I would say ping on your tower to ping for help, so that she knows. So that she knows that this is an easy lane to gain, because right now it is. Right now he's pushed in, and he can't help but push in, because he did start bombing Cinder. If he wants to CS, he has to push. And since he's so far forward, with your Elastic Slingshot and ult, you can lock him down long enough for Diana to bring her damage and get a kill. So let's see. Yeah, you don't want to be using your Q. So there's something else that I would recommend. Let's quickly look at that again. Whenever you use your Q, two things that you want to keep in mind. Whenever you use your Q, you always want to have a purpose to it. That purpose can be last hitting a minion, pushing the wave, or harassing the enemy champion. And in fact, you can get multiple of those things in one go. You can use your Q to last hit a minion and hit the enemy champion. You can use your Q to push the wave and hit the enemy champion. The point is, you always want to have a point. You don't ever want to let your Q be used in a way that you didn't intend it to be used. And right here, I feel like that's what happened. So like right here, you want to hit this guy, you want your Q to only hit this guy. So you need some precision. Yeah, you walked too far forward, so you ended up hitting both of these minions and the cannon, making your wave turn into a push wave. Unless he counters it. Unless he counters that push with push of his own, you just made the wave push harder. So another thing I would recommend is working on understanding the area of effect size of your abilities. Can I actually show it here? No, it doesn't show it here. So yeah, now that she's coming, yeah, it's too bad. This isn't going to work. Let's also quickly relook at that. So, did she ping? Okay, so she's on her way now. Now she's pinging. That's when you should Elastic Slingshot on. Because now, had you dropped your Elastic Slingshot at that moment, you probably could have landed on him. And then ulted, knocked him back, and Diana would have gotten in, and it would have been a beautiful game. At the very least, you would have made him burn his flash. At the very least. So, in this case, that was... you need to be paying attention to where your jungler is, and when your jungle pings, that's a good indication that you should do something. Alright, so right now, I would not have recommended using your Elastic Slingshot there for that reason. So, let's look at that again. So, you're getting decent harass off. You're poking him. You've got a big wave here. But, yeah, you don't want... that Elastic Slingshot was a mistake. You want to keep that Elastic Slingshot as an engage or disengage tool, but you don't want to be fighting him right now, so you should only be keeping it up as a disengage tool, and because of that, that extended fight worked for him. If he had tried to fight you like that, and you had your Elastic Slingshot up, you do a point-blank Elastic Slingshot, hit him with a QW and walk away. Just walk away. Because of what happened there, you lost the trade, and he can definitely bully you hard. Yeah, see, like, right now, you're in a good position. This is when you want to be trading with him under the tower like this. And, yeah. Do you have your... you still have your ultimate, my god. Let's see what your cooldowns were right there. So let's look at this again. So, like, right here, you've got your Elastic Slingshot, you have your ultimate. The moment he gets tower aggro right now, this is when you Elastic Slingshot behind him and ult him under the tower range. That would have been a free kill, right there. Hey, Respawning Gamer, how you doing? We're right now doing a quick coaching session with Peanut Butter 5000. So right there, you missed an opportunity for a free kill. You had your cooldowns, you had your ultimate, you have your passive. You have nothing to fear. When he's under the tower like that taking shots, that's when you need to do it. You needed to drop a point-blank elastic slingshot and ult him under your tower. You may still be able to. He looks overconfident despite the fact that he's really low on health. And that also, again, you were too close. Your Q had collateral damage. Because of that, you lost out on a minion. So again, these are small things. Small things. You're keeping up in CS, but obviously you could be doing a little better. Good dodge. That was a nice maneuver. You maneuvered right behind the minion when he did his Q like that. Very good. But again, you don't want to be fighting him, especially if his shield is up and not on cooldown. You don't want to be fighting him. You want to be harassing him with your Q, but that's it. Oh yeah, see, you got caught by his hook, and now he can kill you, and he will kill you. Oh, what? That was lucky. He won't kill you now. Now he won't kill you. That was very lucky. If he had waited to flash like a tenth of a second later, he would have killed you. Because he would have flashed on top of you, popped your passive. Oh, wow. Wow, greedy Nautilus. Had you hit him with your stretching strike there, you could have flash ulted him under the tower and once again gotten to kill. Yeah, let's look at that again. So let's see. So right now, if you hit him with your Q right there, you then could have walked forward, flashed, and ulted him under the tower. So that's another kill. That's another kill that you could have gotten here. And now, even more so, I think you shouldn't be backing. Because he's out of mana. He's completely out of mana. This is when you want to stay and fight him. With no mana, he can't kill you. Once Nautilus runs out of mana, he can't kill you. And at your health, and with the minions here, you easily could have picked up a couple of blobs, gotten yourself in a position where you had a lot more health than him, and easily gotten a kill. Especially since you had Ignite up as well, you could have. He didn't even have enough mana for the shield. He didn't even have enough mana in the shield. So I think overall, there were about 3 kills that you could have had in the top lane at this point, after he had killed you. And you missed that cannon. That's too bad. That's too bad. Yeah, it looks like last hitting and getting a better understanding of the proximity of your AoEs is something you should work on, and wave positioning is something you should work on. Like right now, I don't know why you did that. You know that the Nautilus just backed and in all likelihood is coming back up here. Wow, nice. Very nice. So I don't know why you're pushing the wave. You're just setting it up for a position where he can freeze the wave if he wants. Actually, this is a good opportunity. This would be a great fight to take because of all the minions here. That actually would have been an opportunity where I would say you elastic slingshot on top of him, hit him with your abilities, and just run around in circles around the minions. Although he does have a lot of magic resist. You know what? It probably would have been better not to. You know what? I take it back. Against Nautilus, you probably would not want to do that. Especially since the Nautilus is ahead of you. He's not ahead by that much. He's only ahead by 200 gold, which is crazy. Crazy when you think about it. He's only up by 200 gold. And the enemy team even has... and it's not like your team has towers or anything. He's only up by 200 gold despite the fact he has a kill and the CS is roughly the same. I'm kind of curious why that is. Have there been some killing sprees on the enemy teams that was... Yeah, see, when he's got his shield up, it's not a good idea to trade and fight with him. Because in the end, he's going to win the trades. Wow. This guy, he's taking a lot of tower shots. That's something you can definitely exploit. Yeah, you should have W-autoed there instead of using your Q. Once again, I don't like that you're using your Q just on everything. You could have gotten all those last hits by using one W and then just autoing each one after the tower shot it. You only want to do what you just did there when you can feasibly kill all the minions in one go. In this case, you'd be able to do that with an elastic slingshot as well. So that was good harass, and now you want to disengage off of him. Because you hit him before his shield was up, and you did all of your burst before his shield was up. So that was actually pretty good. And the Diana's showing up again. Another lost opportunity. Let's quickly relook at that. So Diana's heading... Let's see. Is she pinging you? She's not pinging, she's heading up. She is now pinging, but yeah, it's too late. It's too late. The Diana's too late. She needed to be here a little earlier or a little later. He just warded to, yeah. So that's a mistake on Diana's part. She either should have showed up a little earlier or a little later, and not when she did. Yeah, right now the wave's in good position. You shouldn't be pushing it. This is my philosophy, and yeah, you just use your Q and hit the whole wave again. You don't want to be pushing. You don't want to set yourself up in a bad position against a lane that you're losing. And right now you're losing this lane. And see, every time those trades happen like that, you're going to lose. You can't do that until you've got some serious items. Once you have Spirit Visage, you can actually look at doing those trades. But until you have Spirit Visage, you really can't. There. And now you just want to freeze it. Just stand here. I feel like you could have stood here and been safe. Because had he hooked you, he would have brought himself under the tower and you could have easily disengaged. And then you could have frozen the wave here. He couldn't... I don't feel like he could bully you at this point and kill you. Because you have your passive, you're next to the tower, you have all your abilities. I don't feel like you needed to give in to him shoving you back. And this is good. At this point, you think the Nautilus is just backed. So I like what you did here trying to shove out the wave. Very good. And you forced him to burn his teleport by doing that. And since he seems to like pushing himself, this is good. This is very good. Yeah, that is interesting. That translucent effect, I've seen it other times. I like when it's in the brush, you leave the brush, walk back in. Wait, what? Yeah, see, you need to just disengage. Okay, that's not too bad. You didn't take too much damage there, and at least you're keeping up in CS. You are keeping up in CS pretty well. But you haven't had an opportunity to go back. He has. He's got... wow. Yeah, he's very tanky at this point. It's going to be very hard for you to kill him without help. Very hard. And he walks right up to you and trade. Ooh, that was a good catch. You're going to lose your passive. Or not. Oh, yeah, you're going to die. He smited you. I think you're going to die. Like 90% sure. You know what? Maybe you won't. You went for the wrong target, but you will get a kill. Wow, that sucks. That sucks. The Nautilus was taking the tower shot, so he's the one you should have focused. Let's look at that again. Look at that again. So one thing, had you curved a little and picked up the blob, there's a chance his smite wouldn't have popped you. And now right here, let's slow this down. So you see, Nautilus is taking the tower shot. So had you elastic slingshotted him instead, you could have killed him. For sure you could have killed him. You almost got him. You almost got him. But I feel like you would have killed the Nautilus for sure, had you switched focus. Because the Nautilus was also doing a lot of damage to you and getting a lot of CC off. Had you left this way, it would have forced him even further under the tower, which would have gotten more shots on him when he tried to disengage. And the Jax would not have been able to follow it safely, I don't feel like. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. It could be that you made the right decision there. It's really hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. In my shoes, that's what I would have done. Since he was taking the tower shots, I would have focused him. Tower shots do a lot of damage, and the longer you're getting shot, the more damage it does. He's going to finish the tower off, damn. So now you've got Spirit Visage and the Blasting Wand. I like the choice of purchase. And at this point, you want to take a look at the game. How are the lanes matching up? Who's doing well? Who's strong? Who's weak? And at this point, we can definitely see right now. Diana 603, their jungle's 210. She's very strong. Good. That's good to know. Their jungle is also strong, though. And he's going for Devourer, so there's no knowing if you can fight him. The Lux, your Lux is very fed. That's good. It's good to know that your Lux is fed. It means you can depend on her damage. If she's nearby, that's a good thing to know. The enemy side, their Varus, he's not doing that great, but he is fed. He is fed, so you should... Oh, actually, he is doing really well. He's got a very large CS advantage against his lane counterpart. Though he has been dying a lot. The bot lane's been dying a lot, and it looks like the Lux and Diana has been doing it. So yeah, now that you've lost your tower, at this point, yeah, you should just be pushing. You're doing what I'm doing, but you're missing the CS, man. You can't do that if you're going to miss the CS. You can't do it that case. Oh, he leveled up. Oh my god, was that why he lived? Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that the VARs fed 80 carries. I mean, this is just letting you know who are your priorities in team fights. Right now, the only priority you have is VARs. The only priority you have is VARs. So every time... Oh, shit. Yeah, that's not good. Your 80 carry... Yeah. The 80 carrying support on your side... You might be able to get something done here, but this is risky. I would try, though. I would try. I would use my elastic slingshot here and ult. Yeah, I think you should have shown some courage here. You could have saved this tower. I feel like you could have saved this tower. Let's look at this back again. Let's look back at this. So, you're now heading down here. They're taking this tower. You see their health. They're not that high. You think they're going to push in some more, so I would position myself right here. Since your elastic slingshot isn't that high level, it's only 3. I'd position myself right here, and I'd... Okay, let's pause this. So right now, if you were here, and you'd start an elastic slingshot, and you aimed right here. You aim right here, you elastic slingshot in, you ult. If the Zed doesn't use his shadow to get away before you land, you probably have a kill. You'll drop a lot of burst on the Varus. He'll lose at least half his health, so he'll disengage. The Nautilus will likely turn on you. The Leona will lose a few hundred health. And no matter what, you save the tower. If they then focused all their CC on you and all their damage on you, there's a chance they could kill you. It's a low chance. But there's a chance they could kill you, but it would be worth it if you could save the tower. That's a lot of global gold lost. Plus, the Morgana's here. The Morgana's on her way here. So, had you, instead of positioning yourself here, positioned yourself here in preparation for the siege on the next tower, you would now be able to elastic slingshot and get at least 3 people in it. Follow with an ult, and the Morgana's here. And the Morgana has her ultimate too. It's almost a guaranteed kill. It's almost a guaranteed kill. Instead, they get a free tower. Morgana's put in an uncomfortable position and has to leave. Yeah, that would have been a guaranteed tower. The fuck? Wow, they got the Rift Herald at the same time? Really? The Jax just soloed the Rift Herald, huh? Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. Yeah, the Jhin fucked up. That was a bad placement on, That was a really bad placement on his ult. He should have been here. Would have been much harder for the Jax to get to him, and then he would not have needed to burn his flash and his heal. Alright, let's look at it from your perspective. So Diana's strong, and the Varus is dead. Yeah, you want to chase right now. And, in fact, your elastic slingshot might have been a little premature, but you definitely want to fight this. And now you suddenly don't want to fight this. And now you don't want to fight this. Well, you should, Oof. So, oh no. Oh, the Nautilus ultimate got you. But you should get him, yeah. You did at least get the Jax with your Ignite, so that was good. The Nautilus ultimate interrupted your elastic slingshot. If it didn't, you would have killed the Jax and possibly survived. I'm not sure I can say that's a misplay, because you really couldn't anticipate that. I wouldn't have anticipated that. I likely would have gotten hit by that. Is Morgana going to get this? Yes, but she's not going to get the kill. It's just going to pop his shield and walk away. I think the Morgana's wasting her time. I don't think she can kill him. Nah, she can't. She burned everything to try and get that kill, and she didn't. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. Alright, so once again, now you need to relook at the compositions and see how's the situation gotten. So Jax picked up 3 kills. He's now strong. You probably can't 1v1 him. He's got Devour, which will soon be Satan. He's got Rage Blade. You know now, you don't have Thornmail, you can't 1v1 him. Especially if his Rage Blade's up. So you never want to find yourself in a position where you're up against Jax alone. Never. At this point, he's stronger than you and he can kill you. The Varus, without armor, I feel the same way. You probably cannot 1v1 him or fight him in any way. Oh, God. Yeah, since Diana's already up here, I don't really feel like walking up here was very helpful for you. Yeah, let's look at this again. Let's look at the decision making here. So you see the Diana, she's pushing the wave. Your team's mostly focused towards the bottom lane. I would have actually rotated, I would have been going down the mid lane to position myself in a way that I can go bottom if I need to, or top if I need to. Because right now, Diana's pushing this. There's no purpose for you being up here. Zach doesn't push down towers any faster than Diana would. Is odd. In fact, Diana probably would push it faster. And you being here means that now when your team needs you, you're not here. Had you been going down the mid lane first, you could see the situation happening. You then could rotate towards bottom. You might have been able to save the Lux. You might have even been able to get a kill on the Varus. You don't know. But because you went top first instead of mid, you didn't end up getting anything in that top roam. And you weren't there for your team when you needed it. Let me see what you just did here. So here you are. Let's see, you're positioning here. Let's see where you start the elastic slingshot. Yeah, right now you're within vision range of him. Yeah, I wouldn't, there's almost no chance of you landing that. If you can't land your Q first, there's no purpose of throwing an elastic slingshot when you're in vision of the enemy. Especially when you're in vision of the enemy that wants to go for it. I like what you did there. Ah, he juked you. And you should have been... I don't know why you ran away. You should have picked up those 4 blobs and continued fighting. Those 4 blobs, that's a lot of health. That's a lot of health. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, now you're dead. Now you're dead. You should have picked up the 4 blobs and continued fighting him. Because of what you... In fact, once that happened, you should not have tried... You shouldn't have tried to re-engage on him. You should have just kept running. You should have kept running. You were too low at that point. There was no chance for you to get a kill unless you caught him unawares or off guard. But he was looking for you, so it'd be very hard to catch him unaware or off guard at that point. Uh-oh. She's probably dead. No, she's got her flash. Man, your team's getting picked off left and right. This is tough. This is tough. The Diana's the strongest person on your team, and she's not strong enough. She's not strong enough. Right now, you're behind 2. You don't have Leandri's yet, so you can't even team fight. Do you have enough money to get it? You don't. Actually, damn, you don't. That sucks. I would even consider selling the Duran shield to pick up Leandri's right now. Because that's the one thing that's stopping you from being very useful in a team fight. Although the Varus is pretty fed, the Jax is fed, having armor would be really nice. Might even be worth it to finish Ninja Tabby before finishing Leandri's, but at this point, I would finish the Leandri's. I mean, hell, I would also back right now instead of coming here and just grab the Leandri's real quick. But your presence was not a bad thing. I probably would have backed and grabbed Leandri's, but I think what you did was the right decision. Even though you haven't picked up a single... You didn't pick up a kill, you didn't pick up an assist. You always landed the elastic slingshot right after when it mattered. Oops. So something else to keep in mind. Your team is down 5 towers. Your team is down... Well, being down 5 towers and you're down 2 dragons to... Or excuse me, you're down 4 towers, you're down 2 dragons to 0. You don't want to be fighting the enemy team unless you're in a stronger position than they are. I like where you're standing here. And shouldn't be doing this yet. Now you should aim your elastic slingshot. That was good. I was going to say aim for the Varus, but that's because I didn't see the Jax. That was very good. Very solid decision making right there. Very solid. Very solid. I would have gone for the Varus, but what you did was probably better. I'm not sure going for the Baron's a good idea. You guys are too low health. They're too strong. Uh-oh. The Diana, she's going to get herself killed. Or not. And you live too. Nice. Yeah, going for the Baron was not a good idea. What you should have done is a Baron bait. Start the Baron, and then turn on the enemy team when they show up. Because you'd lost a bit too much health in this fight in the mid, and it's still relatively early in the game, and you've got no armor, so it's not like you can tank the Baron well. There's nobody on your team who can. So I don't think going for the Baron was the right idea in this case. But now you've got money. This is good. This is very good. You got a lot of gold. You'll be able to upgrade your Leandri's Torment and get the components for Thornmail, or upgrade to Ninja Tabby right afterwards. And right now I would recommend getting real armor, because this is what you need. Right now, armor is what you need. Oh, you flashed to pick up the blob. Nice. Spending a lot of time in the inventory screen right now. Yep. That's probably what I would have bought. Getting Ninja Tabby would also be good, but I think I would have gone for the Chain Vest Cloth Armor. And I don't know why you're coming up here. Jin's already here. You should have been going towards the mid to join your team. If the Jin is already here to push back the wave, let him push back the wave. You should be with your team. Team fighting is what you do best as Zac, so any opportunity you see for a good team fight, you want to be there. Oh, God. Morgana's dead. Yeah, she's dead. I don't think you could have saved her had you been here, but I don't know. Maybe they wouldn't have had the courage to go in if they saw you. Yeah, and you just used your elastic slingshot. Now you can't deny them the tower. Thankfully, you have enough wave clear, so that's good. But yeah, I would have walked around to here and started charging elastic slingshot to jump in the back line. Then when the wave clear hit, you could have pushed one of them under the tower and gotten a free kill. So yeah, actually, let's look at that again. Let's look at that again. I think there's a lesson to be learned here. So yeah, right now, I would walk up to here, and here you're not visible to the enemy team. You just use the elastic slingshot to hop over it. There's really no let's look at this again in slow motion. There's really, actually not slow motion. There's really no purpose to standing here. You're fully visible to the enemy team. I would just move here, set up for an elastic slingshot, and jump down. Okay, so now watch. Had you been here charging elastic slingshot and landed right in front of the Leona, you could have ulted her under tower, free kill. That would have been a free kill. So positioning and ability usage, that's another thing. You gotta stop flaunting that thing, man. You only do that when you're winning, man. You only do that when you're winning. You don't do it when you're losing. You're trying to tilt the enemy team, and that doesn't tilt them, that encourages them. That encourages them. When I see somebody that I'm beating who does that, I laugh. I laugh. You don't want the enemy team laughing. What's going on down here? Oh, God. Oh, God. So let's have a quick look at this again. So right now you guys have no vision. You've pushed... I don't know why you're here. Again, you now see Leona. You see their whole team gathering up here. You should have been rotating earlier. Part of your team was already rotating this way. You should have been rotating with them. Plus, the next big objective for them... Actually, let's jump back twice. So before this even happened, there's a massive minion wave here. You've pushed this back. There. Now, you and the rest of your team should rotate. Especially since right now you see them. You see that they're rotating this way. So you should be rotating this way as well. Had you positioned yourself here, when they jump on him, you then could have jumped on anybody that would pursue the Leona. Like right here, you could have landed right on the Varus and kept him out of that. And then the then the Leona would have been completely out of position. You did get the Leona here, which is good. And yeah, the Zed's going to die, which is good. But the Varus is going to live. And you're not going to be able to chase this. This could have ended up much better. It could have been better than a 2-for-2. Oh, that's good. That was a very good elastic slingshot. There's no reason for the Varus to have actually been here, but uh-oh. This could be bad. Nice flash. That was a really... Oh, and a nice flash, too. That was a really good flash from the Jax. He dodged your elastic slingshot, and now he can kill it. He won't kill you, but damn. Ended up being a 4-for-4 instead of a positive trade. For a couple of things I felt like you could have done better in that whole scenario. Under here, you probably would have gotten a kill against Leona. Over here, had you positioned yourself early and on time, you could have probably killed the Varus before anybody on your team even died. Otherwise, I think like your decision to elastic slingshot from this brush out of vision onto the AD carry, perfect, and you landed perfect. And yes, you did pick up a bunch of kills, which is good. But it's not going to be easy for you to carry when your AD carry is weak. It's not going to be easy. And your AD carry is very weak, my God. He's 80 CS behind the enemy. Let's see the gold difference. Let's look at the gold difference. 9k. Your AD carry is 4,000 gold behind. He's an infinity edge behind the Varus in gold. Holy fuck. That's gonna be. So you know, without a doubt, the Varus is your main target, nobody else. You don't even consider another target if Varus is available to be hit. The Jax is also an important target who's going to be doing... Oh, God, what is she doing? What is she doing? Oh, no. She's fucked. There was really no reason for her to be there, and now your team's going to fall. It's too late. I would not have even done this. There's no point. It's too late. The fight's already over. Although you did manage to... Actually, shit. I take it back. I didn't realize the Jax wasn't here. I did not realize the Jax wasn't here. Not bad. You picked up two for your life. That's actually really good. My bad. I thought... wow. The Lux hits hard. All right, let's quickly look at that again. So right now, the Morgana's going to die for free. Actually, not free. She did get the Varus ult. So once again, the Varus is your main target. He's the one you want to be focusing. So let's slow this down. So right now, 2 people are already dead before the fight even begins. You land, you throw everything you have. Oh, something else I would also recommend. You landed your elastic slingshot, used your Q, and then ulted. I would have gone for the elastic slingshot into ultimate immediately, because if you don't, there's a chance that champions can flash out of it. I've had people flash out of my ultimate after doing that before, so I would... In this case, it worked out, where you elastic slingshotted, Q'd, then ultimated. It worked out. The extra burst you got from your Q probably is the reason why you got an extra kill. But in general, I wouldn't do that because it's not worth the risk that... look at that. Burst! Whew. That is some serious burst. But yeah, I also would have recommended against going in when you went in, because 2 people had already died on your team before you even went in. And if Jax was there, you would have died for nothing. You would have died for nothing. Because then they would have cleaned up your team. You didn't have vision of Jax before that fight started either, so you can't assume that he's not here. And the people you killed weren't Varus, which is a problem. It's good that you got the 2 kills. It's good that you got the 2 kills, but the Varus is the strongest person on their team by far. He's the one carrying their game. He's the one you want to watch out for. Let's speed this up a little bit. Oops. Alright, so let's have a look. Top wave's pushing in. It would make sense for you to quickly shove this out, because otherwise this is going to come crashing into your tower. So, good decision making here. And now that you've done this, the wave's now a push. You should just leave. Or maybe kill a couple more since you're already here. But you want to be with your team. You want to be with your team right now. And you don't have vision of the enemy team. You do have these 2 wards, which should keep you safe. But at this point, I'd rotate and join the team. I wouldn't call anything you did up there a mistake. I think that was good. That was good. And now you just want to be with the team, and you always want to be lurking in positions where you don't think the enemy team has a ward and where they can't see you. Like walking forward like this, I don't like that. I think that you should have lurked around from this side. Wait, what just happened? Hold on, what did I just miss? So let's quickly. So let's slow this down. I don't like you walking forward into full vision. I feel like you should have walked down this way and gone over here to set up for an elastic slingshot. Since now you're fully visible, anything you do can be very easily dodged. And I'm guessing that's what, yeah, you start an elastic slingshot in full view, he flashed out. He probably would have flashed out anyways. But had you been here, there's a lower chance of him doing that. Also, I don't like that you used your ultimate on... you used your ultimate on their tank. Your ultimate is like half of your kit's damage is your ultimate. You shouldn't be using that on the tank Nautilus when he's the only person you hit. You gotta save that as your trump card. Oh man. See, if you had your ultimate now, you could have ulted him right under the tower. You guys still won that, which is crazy. How did you guys even win that fight? But, Yeah, you should not have used your ultimate on the Nautilus. Your ultimate, you only want to use your ultimate when you can guarantee a kill on a squishy target. That's a good question, actually. What division is this? As I would also change my advice, although you should always play optimally if you can. Wait, what's that smell? Are you heating up the noodles? Okay, good. I'm going to cook those later, before we leave. What are you heating up anyways? Pig feet? No? Then what? What? I want to know! Wait, what? I should be focusing here. Yeah, you only... Silver 1. Okay. Good, so this is my starting point, man. Silver 1 is where I started to learn how to climb as Zac, so... This is a good ELO. It's a very solid ELO. So yeah, you only want to use your ultimate if it's like... If you're in lane, it's a kill. But when it's the team fight phase, you only want to use your ultimate to save people's lives or to kill their back line. Those are the two priorities for when you use your ultimate. Your positioning's good. You see that they're clearing out your ward on Baron. I would suggest coming over here and dropping a ward over the wall. It's a risk, though. Nice elastic slingshot into... Oh. Let's look at this again. So you're setting up here to do an elastic slingshot. I don't like that. I think you should move here to set up an elastic slingshot. Yeah, right there, you're limiting your options. So let's rewind one more second. So when you see that stuff's going over here, you're trying to position yourself for the Baron. I would have, since this is happening, I would have started walking over here to drop a ward here. Noticing the fight's happening, I would then come up here and try an elastic slingshot. My focus on the elastic slingshot, always the Varus. Always, always, always the Varus. He's your priority target. The Jax is an important target too, but my god, look at the shields he's got. Look at the shields he's got. The Varus is the one you want to kill. He's the fed one. So you want to get him. And you focus you threw Ignite on the Zed without any possibility of getting a kill on him. You should have been focusing all of your damage and attention on the Varus. You keep switching targets. You keep switching targets. Had you focused the Varus, since you have Thornmail, you could have killed him. Absolutely, you could have killed him. Had you focused the Varus instead of jumping from target to target to target, because in the end, let's look at your focus. Let's look at that fight one more time. So your first focus was the Jax. But you don't want to be throwing your ultimate on him because, again, let's pause real quick. Look at the Jax's items. Look at the Jax's items. The Jax currently has Randuin's, Steric's Gauge, and a Null Magic Mantle. He is very tanky. It is not going to be easy for you to kill him. Not going to be easy to kill him. You shouldn't be focusing him. Varus, on the other hand, you look at the Varus. He's got nothing. No defensive items. He's going for a full offensive build. He isn't even going QSS. He isn't going NEMR. That's your target right there. That target is also fed as shit. He's 20, 11, 2. That's your target. So you should have been aiming for him the entire fight, ignoring basically everyone else. You should have tried to land an elastic slingshot on him instead of the. See, you got your ult on him, which is good, but you needed to follow it up with more damage, and then you ignited him. You hit him with the Q, and then you elastic slingshot here to hit the Nautilus. Oh, that was a good shot from the Jhin. I was wondering how the Zed died. So yeah, I think that you were just too split focused. Oh, that's what you made. No wonder it smells so good. I didn't even know you can microwave those. Oh my god. Oh my god, they're all so low health. She used her ultimate. Oh, he's dead. Wow. Did her ultimate just come off cooldown? Because she used her ultimate here in the team fight, and then she just used it again here. Amazing. Yeah. But yeah, had you landed your elastic slingshot on the Varus instead, and popped your ult on him, and then thrown Ignite on him, you would have 100 to 0'd him. Yeah, she had she did have an opportunity with that ult to get 2 kills, but it's better that she got the 1 kill on the Varus than the 2 kills on the Nautilus and Leona, I feel. What's going on up here? Damn. Cleaned up. Oh my god, Audrey, that smells so good. Why are you doing this to me? I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to be right back. 1 second. It's still going. Oh. Uh-oh. Well, you're going to get a dragon, but... Your team is scattered. Diana isn't here. You don't want to fight without Diana. I don't know what this Morgana is doing. She's being so aggressive. All alone. She's dead. She killed herself. Oh, she's not dead. But your team's out of... Yeah, you don't want to be going in. Your team is scattered. It was a good escape she did, but she never should have been there. That was bad positioning from the Morgana. She's being too aggressive. And yeah, you want to hop over the wall real quick? I would not have done that. I would not have done that. Oh, Varus missed his ultimate. This is the time to fight. If you can land an elastic slingshot on the Varus, you'll kill him for sure. Since he just burned his ultimate, and that ultimate is huge. But yeah, you want, again, let's quickly pause here. You're standing around amongst your team. I don't like this. I feel like you should be standing in a position where the enemy team can't see you. Like, you should be standing here or standing here. You don't want to be visible. Because if, say, a fight were to break out, and you start elastic slingshotting, the people who matter the most will move out of your range or dodge you. Yeah, wow. The problem is she shouldn't be playing this aggressive when your team's behind, and your team is behind. Not by much, but it is behind. In fact, God, the gold is so close. You guys are only down by 2K. I find that really strange. But yeah, this is a good position to be in, although now you're visible. So I wouldn't be standing here. I'd be standing here. You stand here, you're not visible. There's you always want to have line of sight blocked, or you want to be outside of their range of vision. Because your elastic slingshot is only as good as your ability to conceal that you're using it. Like a fiddlesticks. If fiddlesticks were standing like right here, invisible, and tried to ult, they'd just leave. You'd get nothing of them. Let's quickly rewind. I missed that. So what's going on here? Your team's gathering. I like your positioning. So this is a good spot to be standing right now. Right here. Perfect. Morgana and Diana are here. Alright, now you see them. You should have... wow. Wow. Did she just... She just killed the Varus all on her own. Jesus. This is a chaotic fight. Oh. You missed your cue. Should have a little bit more patience there. Wow, the Diana is so strong this game. My god, she's fed. A nice attempt, but like I said, you don't want to be doing it when you're fully visible. And you were visible at that point. Unless you can land a Q first, and now you're out of position. You're probably dead. Oh no. And the fail flash, wow. Huh. This might actually work out. Alright, you guys traded 2 for 2. Up. 3 for 2. That actually did work out. That actually did work out. But yeah, So yeah, the fail flash. Oops. Wait, what did the... Oh, she just built full AP. She's gonna get herself killed later, isn't she? Her burst is insane. Look at the damage numbers. So this does 600 damage. This does 200 damage per. So it can be 600 damage as well. Oops, Diana just died. The fuck? Where did she die? I didn't even see that. Morgana versus Leona. Oh no, both go. Oh no, both the ghosts hit the Leona. Oops. If only one ghost hit Leona, maybe. But she was screwed. I don't. The Morgana's like past the river without any help from her allies. Why? She should have backed away immediately, dropping wards as she runs. Seriously, should have been. Uh-oh. Why did I just do that? Sorry. Okay, so you didn't take too much damage. I like your build. Your build looks solid. I may have even considered going for Zrot before. Ooh, good shot. It's a good shot. Yeah, he's dead. Very nice. That was a good elastic slingshot. It was very risky, though. It was very risky, because, again, you didn't get your Q off first. Missing skill shots here, yeah. It happens to me, too. I think you just need to practice a bit more on... Oh, God. It was a good flash. It was a good flash. Saved his life. Or did it? Or did it? Oh, God. Wow, the Diana hits hard. Wow. Uh-oh, she's dead. Yeah, the Jax is really strong now. He's got Sated, Rage Blade. Very scary. You guys can't kill him. Not enough damage. Uh-oh. This is risky. Oh, my God. Yeah, he's so tanky. Wow. You are lucky the Morgana hit you with that. Oh, no! If you landed that elastic slingshot, you would have killed him. You would have killed him. But you did still pick up the Nautilus, which is good. I think the Jax is the bigger priority, and in the meantime, you're... Oh, no. Yeah, this is no good. You guys invested too many resources there. Diana already has tankiness built into her kit with her W. Excuse me. If you look at Diana, she already has tankiness built in with this thing. 100 plus 165 shield, and that shield scales off AP. And then another 100 and 165 when she pops all the W's. Oh no. Oh no, she's dead. Wow. Just in a blink of an eye. And here, I don't like, well, yeah, I'm not sure about that ultimate. No, you're dead. Yeah, the Varus is too strong now. And then another 100 and 165 when she pops all the W's. Oh no. Oh no, she's dead. Wow. Just in a blink of an eye. And here, I don't like, well, yeah, I'm not sure about that ultimate. No, you're dead. Yeah, the Varus is too strong now. The Varus is too strong. And he's got Mercurial Scimitar. You can't fight him 1v1 anymore. So let's quickly look at that again. Let's look at that again. Slow it down. So something to keep in mind. The Varus is no longer a target you can 1v1 confidently. Because, so you shouldn't be doing this. Yeah, and see, he had a huge shield when you started. He had a huge shield when you started. And he's got QSS, which means he has MR. If you look at his MR now... Can I click him? If you look at his MR now, he has 92 magic resist. Which doesn't seem like a lot, but it means something. And he also had overshield from the Bloodthirster when you started, so your ultimate didn't even hit his life until after, like, the second or third bounce. My God, look how much healing he's getting! Ah! He's already back to overshield! Ugh! God, this is sickening. The Varus is too strong. He's just too strong. And now you need Diana. The Diana is the only one who can kill the Varus right now on your team. He's the only one. The Jhin isn't strong enough. He's behind by a full item. Yeah. Diana is absolutely necessary for fighting the Varus. You can't fight him without her. When she died, you should have backed away. The Varus is just too fed, too strong. Because of that, you lost the tower. I like your Zrot placement. But it's not going to be enough. And she can't do anything here. That's 2 inhibitors down. This is the beginning of the end here. Because now they can just go in Baron. Once they have Baron, they can siege bot lane. At this point, the game's basically a lost cause. But let's speed it up and see what we can see with our eyes. So they just got Dragon. If they're smart, the next thing they're going to do is go for Baron. I like your positioning here and your team. It's an interesting decision, but I'd be against it. I'd be against it. You've got 2 inhibitors down. If anything goes wrong here, you guys lose. You guys just lose. I'd give up the Baron. And because of this, the game's over. This game's over now. There's no way. There's no way you guys are going to come out ahead on this. No way. Yeah, that's GG. That's GG. Going for the Baron was a bad call. In your case, I would have pinged back on... Holy jacks. In your case, I would have pinged back on this, because their team is stronger than yours. You can't fight them 5v5 and expect to win. You just can't. That's game. They'll just push straight down the middle. It's over. Yeah. You guys needed to defend in the mid and top until they tried to siege this tower and try and find a good fight, either under the Nexus turrets or under the bottom inhib turret. If they're smart, it never would happen. They would just siege. But yeah, that's what happened.